Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. This is part 3 of what to post on your church social media. Now, again, don't worry if you haven't seen part 1 and part 2. They're not related. We just have so many ideas that we had to pack them into a 3-part series. So watch this video and then you can always go back and check out part 1 and part 2. So let's dive in to what to post on your church's social media. Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Chris Abbott, but all my friends just call me Abbo, and I've been in ministry for the last 19 years, and I've had the distinct honor of being able to help thousands of churches around the country with their social media. So we actually created this 3-part series because one of the biggest questions that I get is, hey, Abbo, what do I actually post on social media? Let's dive in and let's talk about some ideas that you can start posting right now on your church's social media. Now, make sure you stay all the way to the end because I'm going to give you an idea on how you can partner with someone in your city in order to double the engagement on your social media. Let's dive in. All right, so number 1, promote an upcoming event. Now, at churches, there's always something on the calendar. We've always got new things coming up. So a great way to promote that is by posting on social media. So if you have a sermon series graphic of the new sermon series that's kicking off, or maybe a graphic for your upcoming women's conference or your men's meeting, right? This is just a great way to kind of raise a little bit of awareness leading up to your event. All right, next up, interview your pastor. Now, if you're the pastor, all you want to do is just find someone who's kind of bubbly and outgoing on camera and have them interview you on social media. This is a lot of fun and you're gonna get a ton of engagement because people love to just kind of hear funny stories. They want to hear what your favorite color is and what type of pizza you like and where you grew up. So this is a great way for your followers to get to know you and then to feel personally connected to you. So one of the cool things that you can do is you can actually invite people from the congregation to submit questions beforehand, right? And so now you can actually be surprised on camera by the interviewer with questions that were submitted by some of your followers. This is a lot of fun. It's really engaging and a lot of people really like to watch these, and they'll probably watch the videos all the way to the end because they want to see what questions you're being asked. So a pro tip is that you can actually go and record 4 or 5 of these sessions and then split them up into different clips. And now you've got content that you can post for the next month of these little interview questions with you, and people are gonna love them. All right, next up, explain a church term. Now, we're all guilty of using Christianese all the time, right? But it's always really important just to use social media maybe to clarify some terms. So maybe you want to talk about why we get saved, or maybe you want to break down the definition of sanctification, right? Maybe you want to explain why we get water baptized and what exactly that means. Take some words. It could be kind of a weird word that you've heard before, or even a concept or principle, or maybe even a theological or doctrinal belief, and break it down on social media so that it's easy for people to understand. All right, next up, invite people to church. Now, it's really easy to kind of get caught up in all of the creative ideas and the fun graphics and different types of posts, but don't forget to simply invite new people to visit on Sunday morning. This is one of the most overlooked social media posts, and the best way to do this is to actually highlight a reason for coming. So invite people to come out and talk about the question that you're going to answer about their marriage, or maybe the question that they've always had about God that they've always wanted to know, right? Like, why do bad things happen to good people? Or how can a loving God send people to hell? Talk about the benefit to them or the question that you're going to answer or the solution that you're going to give them to a current problem, and then invite them out to church this Sunday. All right, next up, talk about what you're learning. So are you reading some cool leadership books and you've learned some new leadership principles that you want to share with people? Or maybe you've been watching a cool YouTube video and you'd like to share some of what you've been learning with your social media followers. All right, this is a great way to be able to share things about the Bible or about leadership, or even some highlights from a Bible study that you or your staff members might be doing. So share what you're learning on social media and ask people, what are they learning? Speaking of sharing on social media, before I get to my last couple of points, would you share this video with someone that needs help with some ideas on what to share on their church's social media? All right, next up, share your Sunday set list. Now, especially people that love music, they're gonna love to know what songs you're singing this week. So simply by sharing your set list that's coming up this Sunday, it's gonna be a little bit of engaging. The other cool thing that it allows people to do is if there's a song on there that they don't recognize or know, a lot of times you'll find those people will go check it out on Spotify Spotify or Apple Music. And now it gives them a chance to kind of listen to some of those songs in preparation for Sunday. And a lot of times you'll see much more engagement on Sunday morning simply because you posted those songs during the week. Okay, next up is one of my personal favorites. I'm a worship leader, so I think this is very cool. What you can do is create acoustic worship songs. So have your worship leader or your worship team create an acoustic version of one of the songs that you guys sing at church every Sunday. Right? And now this just becomes a really cool piece to be able to share on social media. It becomes really engaging and people are going to listen all the way through because it's got a totally different feel. They're used to hearing it with a full band, right, on Sunday morning and everybody in the room. So it's kind of cool when you have this laid back kind of acoustic, intimate worship song and you're hearing it in a completely different way. So it's the same people that you're used to hearing sing it in a completely different way, and it can just be a lot of fun and really cool way to share some of the gifts and talents that your worship team has with the people in your church. And it's a huge blessing for them to be able to hear one of their favorite songs in a way they've probably never heard it. One more pro tip is this is a great way to introduce new songs to your congregation before you sing them on Sunday. So if you have a new song that's coming up, right, sometimes it can be a little bit weird the very first time you play them because nobody knows the words, they've never heard it. So a great thing to do would be to post an acoustic version of the song on Monday or Tuesday and then remind people about it, so when Sunday comes around, they've already heard it and they're not listening to it for the very first time in the room. They heard it on social media earlier in the week. All right, next up, share a reading list. Now, leaders are readers, and we all know this, and chances are if you're a pastor, you probably read all the time. So share maybe a couple of recommended books with some of your followers. These can be leadership books, they can be business books, marketing books, theology books, Bible study books, right? Whatever it is, it's always fun to get a book recommendation from somebody you trust. So creating and sharing a recommended reading list is a great way to engage with some of the leaders and readers in your congregation. And finally, I told you there was a way that you can actually partner with an organization in your city to double your engagement. Well, this is a really fun idea. You can host a takeover. Basically, what you want to do is you want to team up with an organization that you'd like to highlight in your city. So maybe it's a charity, or maybe it's a food pantry that you guys support, or maybe it's even a missionary that you guys support overseas. And what you want to do is you want to host a takeover, right? Promote it on social media and then let them take over all of your posts for the entire day. If you have an overseas missionary in Haiti and they are building a school, think about how cool it would be for an entire day for them to take over all of your social media channels and post selfie videos and Facebook Live videos and pictures of the school that they're building, right? Maybe pictures of them with all the kids that are going to go to the school. This is just a great way to bring awareness to either that organization or the work that you guys are doing as a church, right? And also kind of put a face on the work that you're doing. So hosting a takeover is a great way to highlight something that you care about. It's also a great way to double your engagement because it's something different and you're posting something that people aren't used to seeing. A lot of fun. All right, so if you have made it all the way to the end of this 3-part series, first off, congrats. That is a lot of different ideas that we've covered in the 3-part series on what to post on your church's social media. So if you want to learn more about how you can actually use social media to attract new visitors to your church on Sunday morning, then simply go to churchgrowthagency.com or click on the link in the description below, and we have a free video training that will show you a simple framework that you can use to attract new visitors starting this Sunday.